Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So today, Thor Feyhammer Fusion has gone live. So let's do a technical breakdown. So the first tournament of this fusion is Spider and standard 2250 points, but this time you get 25 fragments of an epic, and then you gotta build 4 epics to get the legendary Thor. If we look over at the info here, standard points for your rank, and then your standard points for the rarity on top of it. So nothing has changed here. Champ training event. And this is set at 6100, which has kind of been the standard. A little bit higher sometimes, touch lower sometimes, but pretty much a standard there for the last year. So nothing out of the new. Again, 25 fragments for the epic, and then standard points there for your training based on the level and or the rank upgrade. Next for day one is artifact enhancement, the first one, and again standard 4775 for 25 fragments of an epic, and nothing has changed as far as leveling up your gear. So Champ Chase, and 1,550 points for the 25 frags, which is unusually low. Lately during the Champ Chase tournaments, the 3,000 port mark is where you're getting your 5 fragments or your rare or whatever. So this is unusually low here. And if we look though, standard points, more for the voids, a whole lot for mythical, but pretty much standard across the board. So I'm a little surprised they're low, but there you go. As far as point per shard, nothing has changed. Dungeon Diver event number 1 here, and 3,700 points here for the 25 frags, which has been standard here lately, unfortunately. And based on the equipment that you get is the points, and those have not changed either. So as you can see here, Classic Arena 1, 39.90, our standard point break there for the 25 fragments. And if we look at the points have not changed depending on your level of arena. Dragon Tournament. Again, standard 2250 points there for the 25 fragments. And if we come over to the info, nothing has changed. Up to 20 points for 6-star piece, and bonus depending on the rarity. Artifact enhancement event number 2. And again, we're back to the 4775 for the 25 fragments. And if we scroll down here, again, standard points here, nothing has changed. Dungeon Divers event number 2, and they have stuck with their standard 3,700 points for the frags we are looking for, and they have stuck with their standard points bank on the ranking and the rarity here, so nothing has changed there. Fire Knight, again standard 2250 points for the 25 epic fragments that are needed. And if we look here, as all standard dungeon tournaments, nothing has changed as far as the points go based on the rank and rarity. So, next on the list here is Champion Training Tournament, and 6350 is the point threshold for the 25 fragments there, which they have been kind of bouncing back even with the event versus the tournament between 6100 and 6350. So no change there other than they pushed a higher bit on there, but then of course you get points for ranking up, leveling up, which standard points there. Again, you get points for ranking up, standard points there, but since it's a tournament, you also get points for ascending champions. Looks like nothing has changed there. And finally, you get points for using skill tomes, so nothing has changed there as well. Artifact enhancement number 3, and again 4775 for the 25 fragments, and again same standard points. Summon Rush, and we have our 3000 points for the 25 fragments there. A little bonus stuff, and then standard points as of late for the shards you are opening. Bounce around a little bit, but usually when it's just 25 frags, at least the last time, it was 3,000 there versus usually, you know, if it's like a rare and epic, it might be a little less for the epic, but then, the rare, a little more for the epic there. Or if they do some bonus points, you know, like say it's a actual frag straight for the legendary, then a little less points for say like 5 frags and a little more points for like 10. But the last time they did just a 25 frags for an epic, it was at 3,000 again. So nothing has changed there points wise, at least in the last few fusions there. Classic Arena Takedown number 2, and again standard 390 points for the 25 fragments. And as we can see, the point totals, depending on which level you are in, have not changed. Dungeon Divers event number 3, and if we scroll down here, they have stuck with the standard 3,700 points for the 25 fragments, and scrolling further reveals the rank and rarity points have not changed, so we're still on the same path. Ice Golem. Standard 2250 points for the 25 fragments. Come here to the info, and standard points for rank and bonus points for rarity. Summon Rush 2, which they typically don't do. Well, 2750 for the first 25 fragments. That's 250 below because it was 3,000 for the typical Summon Rush. So you don't have to pull 6 sacreds if that's the route you went. So you save a little there. But then 5550 for the other 25 fragments there, which, if worst case scenario you pulled nothing but sacreds, had the worst luck during Champ Chase, you would have pulled 11 to get the 25 fragments from Summon Rush and the 25 fragments from Champ Chase. Now for me, no bueno. So if we look here and come down, still 500 points for Sacreds, to 200 points for Primals, 120 for Void, but they bumped it from 20 to 40 for Ancients, so a little better if you're pulling Ancients here, and still 1 point for Mystery Shard. So there is a change there. Now remember, it took me 22 Ancient Shards to hit the Champ Chase points there. That's only 880, so at 2750, I wouldn't even hit 3750. I would get to about here. So I wouldn't need all that extra. So luckily for me, I did it that way. But that's the changes there. This is about typical when they do double like this, but they did unusually double up the cost or the point value there for Ancients. And that wraps up the Thor Fusion as far as a technical review. Have a nice day.